So I'm kind of pulling a switch on you here. This is not the car that I just wrapped, but this is the same wood trim as my other car has. So I figured I'd shoot a before. You can see the high gloss. This is a darker wood finish. I really like it. You can see how all of it looks there. To get a close-up of these parts before I install them in the car and show you before and after. So here's what the wood trim looked like, wood quote unquote, in my Passat. And I actually like this. Of all the options, I don't know how easy it is to see here, but this is a pretty dark wood grain trim option that I had in my car, and I really like that. But if you know me, you know I just can't help but messing with stuff. So I got some high gloss carbon fiber look vinyl wrap, and you probably just saw the time lapse of me installing it there. So I'm pretty happy with the results. This is my first time doing something like this with a vinyl wrap, so I'm pretty new at it, and I would rate it as pretty easy to do. I was pretty impressed with how easy it was to wrap around all the corners here. The stuff turned out really good. And then here, this I would say would be what you would generally consider a more complicated part. And, you know, you throw some heat at it, and I really didn't have any trouble with this. So I think the final result is pretty good here. So I'm going to keep on rolling, getting it installed in the car, and then I'll show you the final result when I have all of it wrapped and all of it in there. So here's the last piece. I just finished wrapping it. I didn't shoot a video of me wrapping all this stuff. It's a little bit tedious, takes a little bit of time. But man, you throw a little bit of heat, just using the heat gun on low on this, and it really wraps around the corners nice. Super happy with how this turned out. There's the one spot that I kind of screwed up a little bit, and it's mild. I don't think it's even going to be visible in the car. But the rest of this really turned out nice. So I think it's going to look good in the car. One thing I could have done that I thought about, and I could always do later, I could wrap all of these like button fillers. I don't know, I don't think any of these cars ever came with actual buttons here, but these all pop out. So if I was gonna wrap these, I would take them out individually and wrap it around the edge nice. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of do it like the factory and leave that black plastic and not do, you know, I'm only doing the wood trim stuff, but we're gonna slap this in, and then I will show you what it looks like all in the car. And here is the finished product. This stuff really looks good. It's not super, super high gloss. I would definitely call it gloss. It's maybe mildly disappointing, but it really looks pretty dang accurate as far as real carbon fiber. It is, of course, not real carbon fiber. I'm really impressed. I did not expect it to look this good, and I would have been okay if it didn't, but very happy with the end results here. And also very happy with my choice to go gloss. A lot of people do the matte finish. And the reason I went gloss is because the trim that came out of here was gloss, but it's pretty monotone anyways. You look here and it's all just grays and blacks. I mean, mostly black, but so color-wise, it's very monotone. We've got some two-tone going on in the car here, but the trim is more monotone now than it was with the wood. And so I at least wanted the finish of it to have some contrast, because that makes things look good. So if I had gone with a matte finish, it would have just all been matte. And so I'm really happy with the relatively high gloss finish. Yeah, turned out super nice, super happy with it. I spent a bit of time on the glove box, or not glove box, but whatever lid you want to call this, little cubby lid, you can see I wrapped it around the edge just to make it look really good. So spent a bit of time. I had all of the parts out. I didn't wrap anything in the car, but the end result was definitely what I was shooting for. So yeah, so there's the finished product. I will put a link to the actual wrap that I used. This is the first time I've done this. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know if this was above average in quality or below average, but I was very happy with it. This stuff was very easy to work with. You apply a little bit of heat and it really became flexible. You were able to wrap it around. This was a pretty curvy piece right here, and I just had no trouble wrapping it around all this. And yeah, worked out really nice. So put a link to it in the description, and there you go. Thanks for watching.